Rugby League coach Lee Addison, he previewed last year's grand final of the Wynumm Manly Seagulls.
He did. He previewed last year's grand final of the Wynumm Manly Seagulls against the North Devils there, and he's back again with some more Wynumm Manly. So here's my chat with Lee from rugbyleaguecoach.com.au and his insight on the Wynumm Manly defence. Oh, Lee Addison, mate, I thought I'd see you behind bars in a cell, but you've got books there. What's happening, mate? Are you getting deported or not?
No. I've decided after all the abuse I'm copping and after Kel, the producer, cut out my response last week, I am going to switch now. I'm going to do a new show. I went to the AFL on Saturday. I'm going to start a new show called Victoria AFL Scene. I'm going to be the host and the analyst. So, yeah, I've got my Sharon. I'm ready to go. Too busy at clinics, mate, this week. I've just done a huge clinic the first day of a huge clinic over in Logan at Slacks Creek. So, and this will fit right into your narrative, my friend. I've not had time to have a shower yet. I've literally just come home and sat straight in the chair.
Oh, you make it too easy. You make it far too easy. Again, guys, if you are interested in Lee and his coaching clinics and to pick his brain a little more, that is rugbyleaguecoach.com.au, and you'll catch this big man and he'll help you out with all things you need rugby league. Righto, Lee, Wynumm Manly Seagulls. What have you got for us this week?
Hey, this will sound strange to some people that are watching this. They might look at Wynumm. They've lost a couple of games. I'm telling you, these could be a red-hot side. They're just a couple of crosses of the T's, a couple of dotting of the I's, and I think these are going to be great. I'm going to talk to you about the north-south, east-west relationship when they're attacking, okay? Let me just share the screen. Yeah. Okay. I've basically taken a few exit sets and a couple of good ball sets from Wynnum Taylor. And like I say, I was really impressed. I want you to notice the speed with which they play when they are direct. I mean, the Blackhawks here are controlling the ruck quite well, yet the end of this set is going to come very soon, and it is going to be the ideal finish. And I think you can imagine what the ideal finish is. I want you to notice what they're doing on both sides of the play the ball. They're looking up, they're moving, they've got good vision, they're passing with their hips square at the line, and they're supporting each other around the football. And look, first set of the game. Can you get a better outcome than that? What they also did, they didn't just go down this right side against the Blackhawks last time. To me, and you'll know I'm quite keen on this, they went down the scrum lines each side, but they also went down the middle of the track too, and this is a good example of it again. Even though Townsville are doing really well around the play the ball in terms of ruck control, I still think Wynnum are going really well. They're pushing up flat, they're pushing up around the ball. To me, it's not so obvious where the ball is going when I'm watching them play. And their meters and their vision and their skill level are really good. And I just think they're a bee's appendage away from turning some of these losses into wins. I think when you looked at this first half, they basically didn't have field position for most of it. Most of the game tended to be played down this end of the field. Now, where Wynnum come a little bit unstuck for me is, like I said, in the north, south, east, west relationship. So what I mean by that is when they're going forward and they're going direct here, they look good. When they go sideways, just like they did then, a +1 or a +2 or whatever it may be, their meters just seem to be cut down or the momentum seems to be cut down. Did you notice that, Taylor, that there's just a little bit of sting taken out of this set because they're moving the ball a little bit laterally?
Yeah, it does. It seems like they just they stop in their tracks, don't they, almost when they go too far?
That's right. Now, this is magnified when they get into good ball, and there was a few things where I thought they just need a little bit of fine-tuning here. Now, this is a good ball set, so they're obviously going to be looking at scoring some points. Now, as you can see from the Townsville Blackhawk defence, if you're playing against the Blackhawks anytime soon, if you get near a scrum line here, they may put too many men on the wrong side of the play the ball. So if we just count the heads there, 4 defenders, 2 at the marker, and an extra 1 going back 2. They've got far too many men on that side of the play the ball. What Wynnum need now is a shift to the other side of the field. They've got not that much push on the short side, but they've got movement around the ball. They do shift it. Now, this is where I think the north-south, east-west relationship comes into play. I don't know if you can see my cursor, and I think this is a back rower. I'd prefer him a little bit wider, dropping into a hole, arresting the sliding defence, so holding up the slide defence, or I would have preferred a more simple passing option. You know me from back in the day, mate. I love my 3v2s. Yes. And this is a perfect example of when you can do a 3v2. Instead, they go for the money ball, and the opposition defence is easily able to slide across. That's what I mean about the north-south, east-west relationship. They've got to do a bit more work on their east-west, is my opinion. And I hope that's making sense when I explain it and show it. Because, and can you also see that I'm full of praise for Wynumm? I think, like I said, I use the term a bee's appendage. They are so close to really getting this right. Same again now. They're going sideways. Again, he went for the money ball. I'm just going to rewind that a little bit and just so I can explain to the viewers what I mean by this. So they've tied the defence up. They've got good arrest of the defensive line here. So number 16 is holding the defensive line up. He's working off the ball. He's a good option runner. Number 11 is also running directly at the line, holding the defence up, a good option runner. The half here can give it to number 11 or go out the back to number 1. And at this point there, and I've just overrun myself, at that point there, they are perfect in terms of give the ball to number 3, let number 3 hook these 2 defenders in or go himself. Instead, the money ball from number 1, he's got his hips opened up. Who is number 1, Taylor?
That's David Mead, mate.
Ring him and tell him to square up a bit more. Maybe he was overplaying his hand a little bit because he's opened his hips up, thrown the ball over there, and number 2's cramped for room. There is also another side to this. Number 2 and number 3 and number 4 and number 5 on both sides of the play the ball, both sides of the field. They probably need to hit the holes a little bit better and give Mead a few more options there. So that's what I noticed, mate. And, you know, I'll just tell it as I see it every week. And I always use numbers just so the viewers understand. I always use numbers because, as you know, when I coach you, mate, I'm terrible at remembering names. I'll remember 6 of them and get the other 7 wrong. And that's in my own teams, never mind the opposition. So it's easy for me just to go with numbers. But Wynumm are really close.
Yeah, they do seem really close, mate. As you mentioned, a couple of scoring opportunities there that have gone begging, and they're going to be a very hard team to beat. They always have been a hard team to beat, and they're obviously impressive again this year. So thanks, Lee. Appreciate your time and your analysis. Until next week.
That's it from there because, mate, I've got the Sharon now, haven't I? I'm just trying to. I tried to grab it really easily then, and I nearly dropped it. So it shows how well I'm going. But
they're a bit more slippery, the Sharon, aren't they?
Yeah, I think some of the teams at the bottom of the ladder have been playing with a Sharon rather than a Steedham.
Let's not go there, Lee. All right, mate. Thank you very much. And next week you'll be joining us from.
Depends when we record it, but probably Melbourne, actually. Probably Melbourne.
Probably Melbourne. There you go. Lee Addison on tour for the next couple of weeks. Melbourne,
that's right.
UK, everywhere, taking his coaching on tour. So thanks, Lee. Appreciate it. Catch you next weekend. Well, thanks for that, Lee. Insightful as always. Now we're on to the preview.
Just quickly, why are you doing Zooms with Lee? Is this still a bathing issue?
It's not a bathing issue. It's still a deportation issue. Lee's going to visit some family back in the UK. He's going to Sydney for some coaching clinics, and then the UK. So
is he talking to family, is he? So has he got to pick up the phone and wait for them to pick up the phone on the other side of the glass to talk to his family?
Probably. You're right, mate.
Yeah. Come on, get you some cake. Anyway, Host Plus Cup is on this week.